It's once again that time for the season. No, I'm not talking about the fall season or the upcoming holiday season. I'm talking about the Purge season. Season 2 has started and we viewed the first episode, so stay tuned for our thoughts on it and our thoughts on the upcoming season. That's right, Season 2 of the Purge TV series. So after we viewed the first season of The Purge, it finally got renewed later on, or earlier this year, we heard about they renewed The Purge, the comeback for season 2. And this time they were actually going to explore things that were outside of what we are expecting from The Purge, which is what I always thought the show was going to be. I thought it was going to explore things that they didn't touch on in the movies. And I'm glad this season they're actually getting to that.
3, 2, 1, action!
What makes season 2 very unique is that we start 2 hours left in Purge, which we've never done before. And then we follow the repercussions of that Purge over the next 12 months leading to the next Purge.
And some of the themes they're going to actually deal with this season is someone's first time actually committing a murder and what that is like for a character to sort of have this idea of it sort of being, I don't know, like a lustful type of thing, and how they kind of go about after the purge has ended and sort of have this mindset to want to purge again, and explores another character who has a mysterious hit put on him, and now he's trying to figure out once the purge is ended, who has put this hit out on him and why, so that sort of leaves a mystery to be explored. And they also dealt with how crimes are committed during the purge that are not accepted and how that goes about, and just as well as how life goes on after the purge. And they explore all of that in the very first episode. They introduce us to all of our storylines, and they do a good enough job of how they split the time and go from one story to another to where you're not bored this entire episode. You're pulled in to the last, I think 2 hours of what the purge is basically happening, and you're going through storyline after storyline. And I'm not sure how they're going to explore that the rest of the season, whether it's going to be, just one episode, one particular storyline. But the way they covered it in the very first episode was excellent, in my opinion. And with season 2, they're actually going to have different directors directing certain episodes. So that's something to look forward to. All in all, I like the idea of what season 1 was trying to do, but I didn't find myself caring for the storylines of the characters. I liked Joe up until a little later on. The couple I didn't care about. The brother and sister I didn't care about. So yeah, I didn't care about none of it.
I've seen what people do when they think no one's watching.
You won't want to miss it.
And if you want to catch the very first full episode, it's streaming right now. You can catch it on YouTube. I'll have a link down in the description box for it. This comes on USA Network. I believe it comes on Sci-Fi as well. This season is 10 episodes, so kind of easy to digest. Hopefully it just builds that suspense and all the way throughout, the rest of the year up until the next purge happens. And then that might happen in the last 2 or 3 episodes or something is what I'm kind of predicting and how it's going to go. I do like the storylines so far with these characters. I like the characters. They're not kind of dumb. They're not annoying so far. And I really found it interesting that they're going to explore what happens after the purge with life. How does it go on? How do you go about your daily business if your neighbors were trying to kill you? How does life go on after that? So very first episode, really, really good. It's tense. I'd say give it a watch. I enjoyed it all the way through. Can't wait for the next episode. So stay tuned for a full review once the 10 episodes wrap up. And that is my thoughts on the Purge Season 2, Episode 1. Also love there's a really cool little Easter egg thing, not really an Easter egg, but something they throw in the very first episode, which kind of gave me chills, and I'm not going to spoil what it is. You're going to have to watch the episode to find out, but those who have watched the episode would know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was really, really cool to see that. I'm not quite sure if that's the actual actress, but pretty cool nonetheless. And it's also funny how they explore so much of the violence that are going on during the Purge, but it's not quite the main story of what's going on when they're kind of bouncing around throughout the multiple storylines that we're going to be sort of going through. Make sure to, hit thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you guys for all the support. And that is it. Peace out.